This is Kathy Biehl of EmpowermentUnlimited.net with Astro-Insight for the week of February 6, 2023. The surprises just keep on coming, and this week they show us that surprises can be a good thing. Quick change artist Uranus is still at the center of the action, starting with being the pressure point for the Leo full moon, exact Sunday the 5th. And fading as the week begins. His role in that event is triggering emotional surprises, emotional breaks, emotional breakthroughs, and all very personal in nature. It's as if we're the figure in the Six of Wands in the tarot, riding into the city in what is supposed to be a triumph, a celebration of victory, and when the path takes us through a portion of the crowd, not noticing that we're there, or even worse, booing and throwing things at us, the path very suddenly changes and moves us into territory where people are friendly and happy and appreciative. The first couple of days have magical possibilities, making us feel like we're in a dream or that things are going well and maybe questioning it. Don't. Mercury makes an opportunity aspect to Dreamweaver Neptune on the 6th, which offers incredible inspiration and compassion and maybe even forgiveness in communications. It creates openings for speaking, I don't know, do these still exist? Words of love, which could open our eyes, which could cause us to see a situation or two in a new and awe-inspiring way. Love goddess Venus has her own offer going with quick change artist Uranus in a sextile on the 7th, which could bridge fantasy and desire with something very real and tangible down here on Earth in an instant. The progression from the weekend is actually extraordinarily useful. The Leo full moon breaking the appeal of or attraction to people who don't truly value who we are, and immediately following that, doorways opening to communicate in caring, loving, maybe slightly romanticized ways, and then flashes of lightning that take care of lingering tendrils of unrequited love or misplaced desire, and jolt us into awareness of real prospects right here on Earth. A boldness to communicate, a compulsion to communicate almost immediately follows. Mercury is moving out of highly practical, goal-oriented Capricorn, which means on the way out, he's having a check-in with Pluto, Lord of all the deepest stuff that floats around inside of us. Power games, power issues, desires that are cellular and feral. Mercury-Pluto conjunctions are always moments of incredible candor. First and foremost, with ourselves, they are times when we realize things that perhaps normally scare us or that we've been pushing off into the corner or under the carpet. Use your avoidance metaphor of choice. We wrap our minds around things that ordinarily scare us. We get very clear and focused about what is most important to us, and we radiate out that clarity and probably put it into words. The conjunction is exact on the 10th. It may precipitate conversations that you've been putting off, conversations and confrontations and confessions that you've been dancing around. It brings an epidemic of taking a deep breath and simply speaking, of dropping baggage, of clearing your mind of clutter and trivial concerns, and getting down and dirty, I've been talking a lot with clients lately about putting things that they care about on a budget, and a certain word has been used in place of things that they care about. This conjunction on the 10th could have a lot of us doing exactly that. It's a don't sweat the small stuff moment that relegates an awful lot to the category of small stuff. After that, on the 11th, Mercury finally gets out of the cold and calculating sign of Capricorn and moves into the cold and detached and objective sign of Aquarius, where he'll stay until the beginning of March. Communication always flows more easily when Mercury is in an air sign. This gives much more freedom of movement and maneuverability. Aquarius offers detachment and takes a lot of the charge out of conversations, makes it easier to chat with each other like pals, to not take things so seriously, and to not be so invested in outcome. What a fascinating, fascinating week. You might find it really productive to journal it, because an indie film script could be unrolling in your very life. Homing thought of the week: honesty is the best policy. Song of the week: It Only Takes a Moment, from the musical Hello, Dolly. And the image of the week is a computer network. You'll find more about this in my forecasts for the month of February and the Leo full moon, both of which are at my site, empowermentunlimited.net, where you can sign up for my mailing list and book a session with me. I'm Kathy Biehl, a professional astrologer with more than 30 years' experience. My astrology has been nominated for an OMI Award, sponsored by Om Times, and I'm putting a link in the episode notes to the astrology voting page, so you can see the astrologers who have been nominated, and if you like my work especially, I'd appreciate your vote. I host the show Celestial Compass on Om Times Radio on the first and third Monday of every month at 5 p.m. Eastern. And this week, we're talking about cosmic mixology. My guest is an extremely creative woman, Lindsay Mirbaum, whom I met as a fellow author. She's an innovative mixologist who has created cocktails and mocktails for all the signs of the zodiac and all the turns of the pagan wheel of the year. I also host lively conversation on Facebook, on the page Empowerment Unlimited, and in the group, the Astro-Insight Lounge. I have lots of bonus content at patreon.com/Kathy Biehl, and I'm really grateful for the people who continue to support my work there. I post on Instagram at @KABiehl and on YouTube at the Professional Aquarian channel. Talk to you next week.